What up, my freaks? Ruinous Insight here with part, I want to say 9 of my Troy Total War Menelaus campaign. So as we saw last time, we have fought off the Trojans and then spent a lot of time administering stuff, trying to get our economy back up. Now, I did sail Menelaus over here to the lands of the Dionysius, and we are probably going to attack them. Now, I have a plan. It's probably not a good plan, but here it is. Other than conquering the islands, we also have the problem of the Ionians, the Corinthians, and I believe they had another set of allies. But all I know is that these guys don't like us very much, especially the Ionians, and they are right beside Sparta, which is a little bit concerning. Sparta cannot defend itself, like straight up it cannot defend itself. So if these guys declare war on us, and they are already on unfriendly terms, that's probably going to be a bad idea. Now, we don't actually have any treaties with them. I'm actually kind of tempted. Wait, let's see. Wait, if we talk to Hector, you willing to peace out right now? Let's see. Quick deal. No, you don't want a peace. Fine, Hector. Go to hell. Go to hell, Hector. It is what it is. It is what it is. So I think what we'll do is we'll take these two islands for ourselves, but instead of declaring war on other factions, as soon as we have this, we are going to sail out of here as soon as we have Naxos, which is a walled city. We're going to sail out of here, and then we're going to go back and then try to conquer some more of the mainland. Try to take all the territories of the Corinthians and the Ionians away from them. I don't believe the Corinthians are fighting against Mycenae yet, but they are fighting against the Salamis and the Arcadians, both of which are our allies and are Danaan pillars. And the Arcadians are down to a single settlement. They might actually die before we get there, which would be unfortunate. I would have preferred to have this entire territory belong to us, but it is what it is. Let's get to it. We're going to have a big old battle against the Paros over here, and as we've seen, we can certainly take on pretty big numbers last time. I don't even imagine this is going to need to be a cinematic battle. We could probably just straight up fight this. Let's go.
Plenty to discuss.
Non-aggression pact. Sorry, buddy, we're going to have to declare war on you. And where is that? Break non-aggression pact, break military alliance, war. Allies attitude, reliable. Mycenae is not reliable? Go figure. Go freaking figure. I guess we could call them to help, but do we need to? I don't think so. It'll probably help us if we did, in the sense that it would raise our alliance level with them. Wait, we're not militarily aligned with Troyzen. Why are they helping? It's weird. They're not even a defensive alliance. They're just military access. I'm not entirely sure why maybe these guys are just plain willing, or maybe no, they're not already at war. Why are these guys here? Regardless. Declare. It would probably. You know what? Let's see what happens. I'm kind of curious. They both joined us. Weird. Yeah, see you on the battlefield too, friendo. Former friendo. I know this guy was friendly, but too late for him. Let us attack.
For vengeance.
There we go, and let's see. What are we looking at in terms of garrison here? Let's see. They got 2 shielded spearmen, a couple regular spearmen, some bowmen, some slingers, as well as a pretty garbage-looking army here. We got this.
I will not.
I'm not concerned. Plus, we still have the favor of the gods for 1 turn. It might be bad if this. Oh, is this a level 3 settlement? Will we be able to actually go into the settlement? We'll see. If it's a bigger fight, i.e., if there's walls. Oh, there are. Alrighty, so I wasn't originally going to make this a cinematic battle, but I saw that the enemy had, over 2,000 troops, and I just thought, why the hell not? Why the hell not? If it's the only battle in this particular episode, it might as well be cinematic. It doesn't really need to be, considering it's looking like it's going to be a pretty easy one, but that's fine. So let's check out our battle lines here. Our axemen are going to be our main line, and I did set them up to center, but the primary force, the primary attack is going to be coming out on the eastern flank over here, because I'm planning to get the Harpies to basically whittle down as many of their forces as possible, basically run them out of ammunition until they've until they've dealt with at least half of their army. That's the plan, and if the enemy actually comes out to play, we'll have the Axemen stop the gaps. We do have one small flanking force made up of the Laconian Axemen and the light spear runners that I generally send forward, and as well we also have our chariots. I haven't decided where I wanted to commit them yet, but I believe I send them around and around, waiting for an opening. Speaking of openings, Mr. Menelaus now has his own chariot to speak of, and we're just going to run him right through.
The foe has sighted your hidden
Yeah,
units.
you poke them with your...
No problem.
whatever the hell that is.
Rely on it.
What the hell is that thing?
Willingly.
Is this supposed to be a spear of some sort?
As you say.
I don't know what that is. Some kind of weapon. Some kind of spear-like weapon with a it's a giant spork. A bident to spork, I don't know. It's probably too short for that.
Attack.
But he does seem to be stabbing with it like a spear. There we go. And anyway, I did send him out to kill as many of these poor range units as possible. He is on a chariot and they can't hold him, and he is a hero on top of it, so there we go. Now we do have our harpies moving in. They're chucking their spears, or their javelins rather, not spears. Weapons are confusing me today, apparently. Trying to whittle down the enemies. A couple of volleys into that unit of spearmen and they're already basically down. And then the harpies are going to move in to close the gap. They're also attacking another unit of spearmen over here who are having an equally bad time being pelted by these javelins. Got to love these units. When they're uncontested like this, they are absolutely devastating. And obviously the enemy units aren't the most powerful units. They're fairly basic, so they're just going to have a horrible, horrible time. And I suppose even if they did have armor, they are still an armor-piercing javelin unit, so yeah. Although I imagine all javelins are armor-piercing. What the hell happened to that javelin? It looked like it hit nothing and just stopped in midair, but it doesn't matter because all these guys are dying. Anyway, now, let's see about the rest of the battle. I did start moving the flanking forces forward a little bit to try to set up, but the enemy has responded kind of weirdly. It had this choke point covered, but instead they decided to move away from it, allowing us to go in here, which is kind of interesting because we also have the ability to chuck javelins with our spear runners. Not that I'm complaining, mind you. And let's see, yeah, this is going to continue for a while. We're going to keep whittling the enemy down with javelin throwing, slowly moving up our harpies as well as our single unit of island skirmishers. There we go. Is that another enemy unit coming in? Looks like it, and it's going to have a bad time as well. Hey, guys, don't throw javelins at the trees. Throw them at that poor unit. I wonder how quickly it drops. Pretty darn quickly. Already at half HP. Yeah, wow. These poor spears. You're not going to hold the line if you're dropping that quick. Now, a lot of javelins do seem to sail past, i.e. not in front of them, but behind them. Come on, guys. Learn to lead your throws. Alrighty, now, some of the harpies are unfortunately getting shot up a little bit. They're taking some damage to the enemy slingers, but of course, a couple volleys clears that right up. We have the cure for what ails, yeah. The cure being death, if that was unclear. There we go, and now they rout. You gotta love that demoralization debuff. And Menelaus is still just going to town. He's just riding around. And, oh, hello, that's a shielded spearman unit, because those look like much heavier shields. But, of course, they still drop, especially the ones that are getting hit from the side instead of from the front. And, yeah, as I said, Menelaus, completely unstoppable. They really need to send out their heroes to actually deal with him and try to force him into combat. But he's just riding around, killing as many fragile units as possible, knocking them apart. I really do wonder whether the reinforced melee chariot would be more or less effective against these kind of things. Like, would it have a bigger AoE? Does it have a hidden stat? This is why I'm ambivalent on picking the melee chariot versus the range chariot. Anyway, this side of the map, we are finally moving in a little bit and throwing some of our extra javelins around. And I did finally decide to commit the chariots. They are moving back to the western flank from whence they came instead of the eastern flank, which has already crumbled due to the power of the harpies. There we go. So we're doing pretty good on both sides, to be perfectly frank. And in the center, Menelaus is sort of holding the line by himself just by distracting all the enemies, not really letting their slingers or their archers do much of anything, just by the annoyance that he deals. Yeah, you stab the ground and make that guy go flying. Somebody said something about Menelaus, but I don't know what it is. And I obviously could have microed Menelaus a little bit better, force him to actually charge through instead of just attacking. But the fact is, these are regular units, and they're not even high tier regular units. So I'm not really afraid of him dying to this. He could just go to town with his weird little spear. Anyway, another unit appears to have run up here and just gotten absolutely destroyed. Bad idea, guys. I don't know what you were thinking trying to run at the Harpies like this. It's just a field of corpses and javelins. Like much of this flank. And I guess they're going to move in some units to reinforce, but that's an equally bad idea because we have plenty more javelins where that came from. I do hope that there's some sort of upgrade to ammunition. If there is a temple or a god that gives it, I might actually get that god just to get a few more of these harpies, because I'm really enjoying this unit. They probably fall off into the late game, but until we get there, I expect great things from them. Like so. And some of them are even throwing javelins uphill. Oh, these guys are running alongside like this, yeah. The AI is really weird and just charging forward and then running away like this. I don't know why it behaves like this so often. Because it does seem like it should either commit or it should not charge at all. Because if it commits, it would at least stop some range units from destroying it. And they'd be able to hold the line a little bit, but instead they just get half their HP depleted and then they run away, so I don't know what the hell is up with that. Now, our javelin units are also continually targeting all these units out here while Menelaus still runs around. On the western flank, the Chariots are finally arrived and they are charging through, going to try to get them through these spear units, but of course the spear units can actually slow them down a little bit better as compared to those fairly defenseless range units, especially the second unit of the Chariots is going to get bogged down a lot more because I probably should have tried to charge it around, but a few too many enemies here. But that's all good because the Laconian Axemen are arriving and they are going to be able to attack all of these spearmen at once with the help of the light spear runners who are going to charge them in the flank as soon as they get there. I believe a couple Chariots actually die here, unfortunately. Two Chariots die and the unit drops to half HP, so we can clearly see that 4 units of spearmen are enough to slow down one of these units. But finally, they get through, and they can join Menelaus in just attacking all these poor range units everywhere. In fact, it does seem that the enemy hero, used both Aristea and War God's Call just to try to destroy this chariot. That's a pretty good use of War God's Call. We have the same ability, and I'm going to keep that in mind next time we have to fight an enemy that actually has a ranged unit, or that has cabs/chariots themselves. The fact is, calling them in makes them stop and just get wrecked like this. That's really effective. It's really, really effective. They don't all die. Some of them do escape, but very, very close in that one. Could have lost that unit outright. Now, let's see how the center is doing over here. A lot of our units are holding the line. We are now using the choke points, and in fact, we took the choke point and now the high ground. So this particular unit of Axemen is having a great time fighting these spearmen over here. Hey, don't you kick the Axeman. You chop his leg off. And when the hell is the blood update coming? Damn it, I need blood, okay? It's unreasonable without blood. All we have are hats right now, and that's pretty good, but we can have hats and blood. That's the thing. That's the thing. These guys appear to be running, and this the center line has broken. We did have one of our units almost die. It didn't actually die, though. It survived in the actual game. I don't know whether it survives in this replay, but you have to do the replay to make a cinematic battle, and it sometimes doesn't turn out exactly the same as you did when it played it, unfortunately. But I do sometimes want to enjoy these battles, especially if there's only one per episode. So there it is. There it is. Lots of enemies dropping, and what is that? Oh, we got Harpies joining in the fight. Wow, they run fast. And I believe, yeah, they're a decent melee combatant, so they should really help out quite quickly with us. The enemies are all routing now, and this battle is just about over. These guys got absolutely obliterated. These spearmen units that got attacked by the Laconian spears and the spear runners, and that's the end of that. That is the end of that, and there we are. Decisive victory. Game seems to have stopped there for a sec, weirdly enough. I'm thinking it's going to crash soon, so better put an end to this very, very quickly. That's a nice double stab there for Mr. Menelaus. Now, as we saw, heroes do seem to be pretty difficult to deal with at times, but fortunately, we can just kill the army and the heroes themselves all around. Other than that, the choke points of the town did seem to work against the enemies more than with them, despite the fact that they had the defensive position. Of course, the AI is not particularly adept at using them properly, so there it is. A relatively easy little battle for Menelaus. Lost, less than a sixth of our army. Not too bad at all. About a sixth. Yeah, for considering that they had a full stack plus a little bit of a garrison with some decent units like the Shielded Spearmen. I believe Shielded Spearmen are actually bronze costing units, so that is that. Unfortunate for them. Of course, their main army was trash, so yeah, there it is. Good job, Menelaus. And good job, army. Now, we don't need to sack this once again. Ugh. All these free resources that we're missing out on for not sacking stuff, but it's just going to cost the same amount to retake it. I think we need more buffs to sacking and all that stuff, but let's occupy it the regular old way, and then let's see what we got out of this. -2 to enemy siege holdout time, +6 to morale units. Siege battles. This will probably help with Troy, because we're going to have to fight that eventually. Close that up. +3 to motivation. Silver diploma. That's nice, but kind of useless to us. And an Achaean Hemation. +2 to motivation. Once again, don't care. But +10 to diplomatic relationship with the Nons is fairly nice. The only problem is Ionians, who we are probably all going to kill, because they haven't joined us. But that's all good. That's all good. Oh, despite the fact that this is a walled city, it does seem like this guy has another army over here in Naxos, so we're going to have to actually siege this thing. And it has a decent garrison. I wonder what the siege holdout time here is. It's going to take a while, possibly. I guess we'll see. Now, in Paros, we got ourselves a muster field, which we don't need, and an immediate marble marketplace. Once again, fairly useless. I don't know what the AI was doing here, but at least the this place, the settlement started at rank 2 instead of rank 1, which really does help us out a little bit. We can't get any of our agents, but that's okay. Now, since we are building a new army here, with Mr. Paisandros, he is going to sail out here, and he'll be defending Dryopus and Meropia and Melos over here. I think the best thing to do is wait for him to get here before sailing Menelaus back to the main continent and then going after the rest of the Ionians, i.e. the Corinthians and the Ionians themselves. And whoever's allied with these three. These guys that don't like us, basically. They're the ones that we're going to come back to before they attack Sparta. Like, I'm almost completely sure they will, especially since Sparta can't really defend itself. We can't afford to lose our main territory, so... Right. Anything else to do? For this particular turn, we don't seem to have too much wood remaining, so there's really nothing to build. We could... Wait, can we use our... we use our priests right now? Ritual outcome? No. No, I guess we're just going to have to keep up with the Zeus favor and the Ares favor. We still get it for fighting, so that's pretty useful, but I wish we could get a little bit more. We need to find more ways to get it, or more priests or / priestesses. It's all good. It's all good. There's nothing here I believe that we need to do. Some agents have not moved we don't care about, and everybody's holding on points for a good reason. Menelaus is still rank 13, did not rank up out of that battle, and... Our spy is still level 1. Wow, he is just plain not leveling up, huh? He's at 1400 out of 1800. A major battle only got him like 200 XP? Huh. I wonder how much XP he would get for trying to,
It is nonsensical.
For trying to, I don't know, damage this army or damage this settlement or something. He could very well fail, but... You know what? We can always join the army. I don't think he adds anything to it anyway, so... Like, if all he adds is a little bit of sight range, who gives a damn, right? Let's see if we can't level him up first, and then we'll consider the rest. Let's move you out here. And then, let's see, we have Assassinate Rival, 7% Poison the Well, 50% outcome. That's a decent chance. What about attacking the garrison? Murmurs of Sedition does what? Causes the target garrison to suffer attrition. Huh. I wonder how much that does compared to the Poison the Well. Which one's actually more effective? I would think that they technically should be basically the same ability. but it may not. But it may very well not be the case. Anyway, we'll have to find that out next time, or at least not this turn. We still have a little bit of time left before we end this particular episode, so you never know. Let's end this turn then. Keep recruiting. Hector of Troy, are you near enough to attack us? Does not look like it. Doing some fighting up here. With who? Why is there like a billion priestesses right here? Are they just attacking each other? Prophecy of Doom? There's just some sort of weird priest fight over here. Okay. I genuinely don't know what the hell the AI is thinking sometimes. But it's Total War. That's part of the game package, right? Alright, Corinthians have not declared war on us yet, and Ionians want to trade with us. Well, it's only a matter of time before they attack us, so let's not bother doing anything with them. Knossos still trying to trade with us, but not in a worthy manner, or not something worthwhile. Now, what do we have here? A foreign envoy reports his agents have located an ancient Minoan treasure. You resolve to put this information immediately to good use, but how? +10 to influence? Nope. +5 to happiness? Probably. Share with the population, growth and administration efficiency, so 2 turns. Oh, 2 turns only, that's garbage. And 8 benignity. Huh. 50% cost to all. Oh, it's envoy actions. Damn it, I thought this would help our spy do stuff. Oh well, we still have to get an envoy. I guess we gotta give it to the people. Let's get the happiness back up. Ambusher discovered. Where? -10 movement range. Spent too long at sea. Alcmaeon. Dude, what the hell? You were just not at sea. What is wrong with you? I hate you.
Those who oppose me meet Hades.
Those who oppose you meet Hades, eh? No, those who oppose Menelaus meet Hades. You're just here. And did this guy really just get 2 heroes? No, he got a priestess. We could probably try to assassinate her. 10% chance to assassinate, pretty unlikely. Pretty unlikely. Can Menelaus attack this immediately? Wait, does this have a port? Hard to tell. No, I think it has a port. Yes, it does. I mean, wait, but we can't select it. We can't select anybody. I guess we have to go out to sea. Alright, well, Menelaus is going to have to wait here for a couple turns. Oh, they have a spy of their own as well, who's also level 1, and our chance to assassinate him is also 10%. But our chance of being wounded ourselves is only 4%. That's not horrible. I'm kind of tempted to try to kill the spy first, because Menelaus has to sit around for a while anyway. 50% wounded versus... Yeah, just try it. Hey, he succeeded and he leveled up. Good job, little buddy. Now, what are you going to get? Movement range for you, success of incapacitating enemy characters, +5 damage to all units from poison, versus +5 chance of all spy action success. Well, that's not bad. 10 damage to enemy garrison. That's a hard choice. That is definitely a hard choice. The 5% chance to success does seem pretty swell. The 5% damage is not a huge deal by comparison. But incapacitate... Wait. Stealthy is only 5% to chance to success of incapacitating. Wouldn't this also give you 5%? So what the hell would be the point of this when you can get this, which would apply to all actions? I guess it's if you really wanted that 12% movement range. Seems like garbage to me. Yeah, let's do this. Let's go Diligent. And then we'll go Pathfinder, more damage to garrisons. I don't know. I think that's fine. I think that's fine. Menelaus is going to sit here for another turn, and okay, he's at rank 14 now, and then after that we'll see if rank 15 is in fact the final rank. Now, we can't upgrade anything else over here. I would like to upgrade the main town here to the Citadel as fast as possible so that it doesn't get taken. So I don't think we're going to be upgrading these to rank 3 quite yet, although it's also... gotta think about that one. We should probably upgrade these ports to get them to get the cities to grow a little bit faster, but in the meantime, we do have this army building now. I decided to put 2 Laconian Hillmen in it and 2 Axemen. I don't want any armies that cost us too much food, because we still have to be able to enact a bunch of things like these prayers. Another 25 favor for Ares. And then let's get another, what is it, 10 favor from Zeus? It's really not a lot. Nothing, I guess. Yeah, it's... Wait, you gained 10 favor of Ares? Wait, I'm confused. You are a priestess of... You're... Wait. This is a sanctuary of Zeus. Why did we gain favor of Ares? Okay, I'm not understanding about something about how this works, am I? Because this is a follower of Athena. She gains per turn faction wide. And the temple here is a temple of Zeus. But we gained 10 favor with Ares. Either that or I'm going crazy and it actually said Zeus. Let's just check Divine Will for a second. No, Zeus is at 50. It hasn't changed. And Ares has gone up by... Huh. I'm genuinely unsure here. Weird. Tremendously weird. I guess it's not doing it. Then how that... Wait, can we only really use one god? Is that the case? If somebody has... somebody knows how this works, please explain this to me, because I really don't understand why we are only gaining Ares' favor. It's not like we chose to only worship Ares, and that's on a temple of Ares. You can see how confused I am right now. Okay, well, we'll leave our main territory alone for now. I'm just looking at buildings that we could possibly build. We could get for a little bit more growth here if we wanted to, but the growth here is already pretty decent, and all our settlements are at rank 3. The other option is to get some... get some more resource buildings. We could get one of these for a massive amount of food. Like, look at that high influence bonus there. Plus 480 food per turn. That's pretty insane. And we probably... You know what? I think we're going to build that. We need stone for it. And I wasn't going to originally, just because it's a lot of an investment just for food, which is the weakest thing. And by weakest, I mean the easiest to obtain. But if we have one of these, we should be okay. How much food does this give us at max? Well, not that much. In the meantime, I suppose we could upgrade the measured field. It's still quite a bit. It's still quite a bit. Let's do that. Well, let's do that, and we still have enough wood to upgrade. You know what? Let's go for this plus 15 wood per turn thing. It'll pay for itself eventually. Probably not quickly, but eventually. And we should also probably get the food building as well. All of the administration buildings. Oh, there it is. Plus 15% to administration efficiency for enacting royal decree. So this is the upgrade to research. We should also start getting these everywhere, most likely. Most likely. Recruitment rank of envoys. Yeah, I was thinking about getting the envoy building as well, but maybe not here. Maybe we'll get it somewhere else. I don't know exactly what envoys do yet, so maybe they're awesome and maybe they're terrible. If they're anything like the satyr, then I don't even want them. Let's get the food warehouse for now. And then is there anything else we could upgrade? We could get another one of these food buildings. If we're getting... Oh, right. No. We're getting the big food building, so that's fine as it is. And we're probably going to get the gold... Probably not the high-level gold building. Maybe something else. Maybe we could get a Temple of Zeus here, or a Temple of DK? Whatever. Guarantee Sparta's continues... Wait, Sparta's continued existence. Huh, wait, is this a special building that only we have? I don't know. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I don't remember. Regardless, that's it for all of our wood that's going to be spent there. We still have 1,000 left over, so there's a possibility of building a guard tower over here in our newly conquered territory, and I guess we got to get at least one food building going here. It'll already be able to defend itself, and there's nothing really else to build here. So, that will be our food building as soon as we get that wood. We are just a little bit short. We could probably trade for it, but I just don't feel like it. And basically, we're out of time anyway. So I'm going to call it here. Next episode, we will sail Menelaus over after he sits here for another turn or two. And then we're going to attack Naxos. Those guys will probably rebuild their armies by the time we get there, but they don't appear to be building them in a particularly good capacity. And we could probably just siege them. If they try to attack us in the field, we'll obliterate them. If they sit in their town, we'll obliterate them. We could probably even force them into a field battle by attacking their second lord, which is generally a bad idea, although I'm not entirely sure whether we actually have to or not, because they still have a port there, which might be blocking it. I guess we'll find out next time. But once again, we're gonna have to wait for that. So with that said, as always, I do appreciate any and all feedback, blah, 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 blah. All glory to the algorithm,
I hear
and thanks for watching.
and interpret.